Abuse of any kind is complicated, and it can be tough to identify. This is especially true for emotional abuse. With physical abuse, there's frequently palpable witness of violence, but emotionally, invective connections can involve sophisticated and poisonous mind games. Listen on to learn about the warning signs of emotional abuse, and the experts' advice for steering these relationships. The 8 signs of emotional abuse are: First, control. Your partner may feel excessively invested in your social life, or police your day-to-day routines without admitting your solicitations. You do not have the freedom to make your own choices, either overtly or subtly. Indeed, small commentary that undermine your independence are a means of control. Second, yelling. It's common for partners to raise their voice sometimes, but it may not be healthy when debates regularly escalate into crying. It's especially concerning if you feel fearful. Not only does yelling make a productive discussion nearly insolvable, but it can also produce an imbalance of power. Only the loudest person is heard. Third, contempt. When one partner feels disdain for the other, it's not easy for either person to express their passions. Benton notes that in healthy relationships, there is an expectance that your partner will hear and be regardful. Still, arrogance, disgust, if they respond to your requirements with mean-spirited affront. Fourth, excessive defensiveness. When you again and again feel like you have to defend yourself, there is lesser room for positive communication. It's important that both parties are suitable to talk openly and actually with each other to resolve issues. Inordinate defensiveness can sense like you are in a battle where your safeguard is always up. Fifth, threats. If your partner is hanging you in any way, you may feel like you are in risk. Coercive, if, also, statements can include blackmail, dangers of physical injury or self-murder, or other intimidating reflections, but they frequently share the same intent to back victims into a corner and help them from leaving. Sixth, stonewalling. Experts notes that stonewalling takes position when one partner refuses to talk or communicate. However, it can sense like abandonment if your partner shuts down uncomfortable discussions. Their turn down to talk over issues may come across as rejection or a lack of concern for your passions. Seventh, blame. Victims are frequently made to believe that they generate and thus deserve their own abuse and unhappiness, making the cycle much harder to break. This can be complicated by the shame that numerous victims feel for letting their abuse continue. Eighth, isolation. Emotional abuse is pervasive, affecting all areas of life. Most especially is the risk it takes on victims' connections with friends and family. Abusers frequently move their partners that no one cares. This disaffection can bring victims to feel like they are on an island, removed from loved ones and former performances of themselves.